Hello everybody, welcome back to this video, which is the Return of the Living Dead, a game that I've been working on the last couple of days, although I did create it a year ago. And it's all brand new and updated for Halloween, so let's get going!
Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's take care of your problem.
Gonna take care of my problem. Thanks, Ernie. Now there's two characters in this film, one's called Bert and one's called Ernie, which is kind of funny.
By the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay, so this game requires me to hit the toxic tank, and each time I hit the toxic tank, you can see there's a very powerful magnet which sends the ball all over the place. But it also knocks the toxic tank back, and I'm sending it back into its locking position, which will then hold onto the ball with a magnet, and that will start the first of the toxic tank missions. You can see now the insert is flashing. So let's start the first one. So they've opened the tank and they've let out the deadly chemical. And what this mode is all about is just clearing up the leak by hitting those targets. So there's one left on the right there. Let's see if I can get it. Come on. Now this piece of music is a variation of the theme, which is fan-made. This is a very popular movie. A lot of people love this this movie, and they've done their own variations of the main theme. The actual the main theme that was used in the movie was never released commercially. They never released it, so people have done their own versions of it. And I've used everything I could find in this game. Alright, so the cadaver has escaped. And I've got to hit the single drop target on the right. So every time I hit the drop target, I'm hitting the cadaver in the head with a pickaxe. It ain't dying! Oh my god, which is a shocker. Because they're supposed to die when you hit them in the brain. According to the film Night of the Living Dead. And this song is actually in the film. So I used it for that particular mode. So that's the first toxic tank mission complete, and that's the first meeting with the cadaver. The next meeting with the cadaver is you have to try and chop up the body as it's still moving, because it doesn't die. Even when you chop it to pieces, it still comes after you. That's why this film is so frigging good, because it just takes the zombie thing and it does something completely new. These zombies are intelligent, they can talk, and they can set traps. They don't just like come at you really slowly like Dawn of the Dead. So this is all from the genius mind of Dan O'Bannon, I think his name is, the guy that wrote the Ridley Scott Alien film. Okay, so I need access to the upper playfield. So I've got to knock down those gravestones at the entrances. So the left entrance is clear. There's one more. Drop. There you go. Damn it. Now the gravestones have reset because I drained. So you have to clear the way to the gravestone. To the upper playfield, which is the graveyard. So that shot there on the left, the scoop, is the medical supplies. That's where you get some useful stuff that will help you through the game, or some completely useless stuff that are just funny things like diapers, deodorant, things like that. Whatever you find in a medical supply storage facility, that's what you can get from there. But the things like hacksaw, bone saw, acid, those things are actually useful and can help during the game. Oh, come on now. It's not my fault. Faster than the draw there, so that's a skill shot for making the shot very quickly. Everything you hear in this game is from the film. Nothing is manufactured by me. Nothing is manipulated by me. Every quote is from the film, and nearly the entire film is in this. That's how good the film is. The whole film is just incredible all the way through. There's nothing in it that's rubbish. You know, I'm not trimming off the fat here. Like, some themes I would struggle with. Like, everybody wants a Goonies game. Now, I know that the Goonies would be a really difficult game to make into a pinball because there really isn't that much to it. But everybody wants the Goonies game, but I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't go anywhere near Goonies. This kind of a film where every single frame of this film and every word of dialogue is just gold. That's the kind of license that I would go for. You know, like Back to the Future, like Star Wars, like Terminator, like Aliens, etc., etc. RoboCop, of course. These are what Americans call home run themes. You can't go wrong. Beetlejuice, again. Every frame of that film. Right, so we're in the upper playfield. Thank the Lord. Oh, and I wasted it! Now there's a timer. I have to make use of the upper playfield because there's a timer running the whole time. And I have added a little old school pop-up there between the flippers. But yeah, there's a timer that starts. As soon as you exit the upper playfield, the timer starts, which will reset the drop targets and reset the tombstone drop targets. You'll hear the ticking clock to add tension, and then you'll hear a cell door shut sound effect in the prison.
Lights on. What are you doing there? Breaking out the rigor mortis.
I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna spell rigor mortis by hitting those targets.
Yeah.
And I get an extra ball for that.
Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
And so this is Trash doing a little speech. So you got to hit the knock down the strip, and then hit the graveyard, or the grave itself, and she'll continue her speech, talk about dying and being killed and all this stuff, which she's fascinated with. Now the characters in this film are punk rockers, which is why the soundtrack of this film has kind of a punk rock vibe.
Sometimes Ernie Calderon works late on Friday night. He's in Palmer at the mortuary across the street.
There you go. Bit of exposition for you. Oh, it's so tough. Oh, the target's blocked. See that? Right, I've got to exit here and I will come back in 2 seconds. Okay, so I had to reset that little bug. Now, my games are almost entirely bug-free. That's a very rare bug that I obviously missed. The timer was out by a couple of 100 milliseconds, but I fixed it. Unfortunately, I had to exit the game, so I'm about to come back into a fresh new game. But that does mean that I have 5 fresh new balls to play with. Hey! So it gives me more time to waffle about stuff. Now, this has a single bumper there on the right. See that single bumper there? Now, the reaction of the zombie is random. So every time you hit the bumper, it doesn't always make that noise. It's just like as you hit it, you kind of piss off the zombie that's inside it. But having a pop bumper there adds... I like it spooky. So when you hit that pop bumper, it adds some kind of crazy randomness to the game, which is great. It's great fun. It's kind of like slingshots. You know, when you hit a slingshot, you don't know where the hell the ball's going to go. And adding bumpers to those extreme positions adds even more chaos to the game. So those old style 3 bumper configuration, you know, those days are ancient history, even though I keep using them myself. But really, doing fresh new things with a pinball layout is the future. Now this layout was actually a mod of a Future Pinball original game called Road Girls Revisited. So a team called Blind Mankind Pinball created this game, this layout, and then I took it and modified it. So I have modified it to make it my own by adding an upper playfield to the right there, adding that pop bumper, and I've changed the layout as well a little bit and the geometry to make it more fun to shoot. But yeah, originally this started off as a mod of Road Girls Revisited. Check it out on Future Pinball. And the reason I created this game is because I watched the movie last year. And I just watched the movie, and from the opening scene, I immediately went, yep, this is a pinball game. From the opening scene, I knew this was going to be, you know, when they're doing the little talk in the warehouse and there's that funny dialogue. And then that music kicks in with the title sequence, and I went, that is definitely a pinball game. And as soon as this film finishes, I'm going to start working on it. And I did. As soon as the film finished, I went on my computer and I started to work on Return of the Living Dead. Because I knew straight away this is absolute gold for a pinball game. And I suppose that's my particular talent, is spotting these great themes. In the real world, they come up with the most insanely bizarre themes, like Godzilla. I mean, who the hell gives a shit about Godzilla? And King Kong, and Dune, for Christ's sake, Dune, and Labyrinth. These are terrible things. And I think somebody did The Princess Bride as well. Awful. I don't know who the hell's coming up with these crazy ideas. Terrible. These are terrible themes. And yet nobody's thought of The Return of the Living Dead. And there's many more. Many, many more films out there that people haven't even thought of. But I suppose you have to be old like me and remember watching these films in the first time, you know, in the 80s, the 70s and the 80s. Like I was watching Charles Bronson's Death Wish a couple of days ago, and I'm thinking, you know what, this could be a great pinball game. I mean, who remembers Charles Bronson in Death Wish? But the idea of creating a pinball game based on a vigilante who just basically kills muggers, rapists, murderers on the streets of New York City, I mean, doesn't that sound like a great pinball game? Aren't we all sick of crime and criminals? Wouldn't we all want to play the vigilante? And then I watched the Bruce Willis one. Oh dear, oh dear. That's all I can say about that. Oh dear. Anyway, back on track. Return of the Living Dead. So this has got a great cast of characters, and I try and involve them all in the game as much as I can, including Spider there. The only black dude in the whole thing. But he's one of the funniest characters, because he just talks, he just says it how it is, you know. He's a straight talking guy. The white dudes are kind of all screaming and running around like girls. Apart from that guy, Bert's quite tough. He's kind of the leader. He's a tough guy. He's kind of the guy that you want in your corner in any fight. A real tough American guy, you know. So that scream there is for the last ball. I do that when the ball drains straight down the middle for the last ball. It's a very specific sound effect. Eek!
Scram, wimp.
Scram, whip, and that's the character suicide. So, one more game, because I'm enjoying myself. And I got nothing else to do. Well, I actually have. I've got lots of things to do. I've got Beetlejuice to do after this. Beetlejuice update. Then I'm going to try and get Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Phantom of the Opera. And then if I can, I'll get an update of the Addams Family squeezed in at the end. Right at the end. Before Halloween. Am I planning to make any more Halloween games? I've actually made 13 Halloween games in total. Are there any more? Yeah, there are some more ideas that I have. So we'll see what happens next year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that, yes sir, that's when you complete those 2 stand-up targets, which add more time to the ball saver.
I don't think that'd work.
That guy, yes sir, he comes up later in the game. He's the guy that actually launches the nuclear missile on the town that completely annihilates everybody in the film. Spoiler! So everybody dies. Everybody in the film dies. And then something terrible happens. Right at the end, which is genius. And they did actually make a sequel to this film. The Return of the Living Dead 2. Which is actually really good. It's a really good film. It's a different take. But it's all about a relationship. And what relationships mean. You know, a guy, his girlfriend dies and he has a chance to bring her back to life using this 2,4,5-trioxin, which is the made-up chemical which brings dead people back to life. I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you bring your loved one back to life, even if she came back as a zombie? Well, not the kind of zombie you think. I mean, she still had her intelligence, her personality, her humanity, but she was a zombie. So yeah, that's the story of Return of the Living Dead 2. Return of the Living Dead 3 is garbage. They dropped the ball on the third one. Okay, so I'm not really playing the game, I'm more waffling, so let's concentrate on playing the game. So anytime I can take control of the game, I'll tell you the difference between real pinball and digital pinball is you can control the ball better in digital pinball. We've got better control, you know, which I think means games are more fun, because see how easy it is to catch the ball in virtual pinball than it is in real pinball games. The ball is bouncing like crazy on the flipper on a real pinball game. And another thing on real pinball games as well is this ball jumps all over the place. It jumps up, it hits the glass, it sometimes gets stuck on the plastics. The ball is a hell of a lot more crazy in real world because of the degradation. The table has degradation. Every time you hit a stand-up target, it gets pushed back slightly, and then it gets to an angle where it just sends the ball into the air and onto the glass. I noticed this at Pinfest when I was playing real pinball games, just how much that ball was jumping up and hitting the glass on nearly every game I played. Okay, so this is the hostage ball. The ball has been held hostage. So it allows me to make a shot to the captive ball, which gives me extra stuff. It's like an extra ball, because once this ball in play drains, that hostage ball is released. So it's kind of like an elaborate extra ball. But I can use the hostage ball to make shots at the target behind it. I haven't hit it once yet. Come on.
Breaking out of the barricade, Jesus Christ.
Alright, so a lot of tension in this game. See, that particular quote is the only quote that has thunder playing on it. Put a lot of thought into this game. Making a pinball game is like directing a movie. You know, you are the film director when you write the code. You are in control of the lighting, the actors, the set design, everything. It's all down to you as the coder. You are the film director. You are Spielberg. You are Ridley Scott. You are James Cameron. Whoever writes the code is the king. The king of pinball.
And it spreads down to the internal organ. Finally settles in the muscle.
What would be the most horrible way to die?
Well, boredom, I would say.
Sometimes Ernie Calder works late on Friday night. Can you trust that bastard?
Can you trust that bastard? Now, Ernie is a Nazi, apparently, in the film. Oh, it's done it again, look! I thought I'd fixed it. Holy moly. I tell you what, this is the perfect time to end this game. I'm gonna bitch slap that bug, and I will return it in another video. But thanks for watching this one, and I will say toodaloo.